This is my friend Cecilia Dapaah, and this is Cecilia Dapaah. So Cecilia Dapaah came the other day and published, and people were texting me, hey, have you seen your woman? She's stealing money from dead man's account. I said, don't worry. I called the lawyers that, what is this? They say, oh, no, we have an explanation. Don't worry about it. So people are asking me, that apart, this, that. I said, no, don't worry. We'll get there. Even today when we put up the flyer, people have been talking about it on social media. But the more you think about it, the more you wonder what is wrong with Cecilia Dapaah. The more you think about the thing, the more you wonder what is wrong with this guy. What really is wrong with him? I don't get it. Anyway, let's get to the story. So Cecilia Dapaah says that there was the Cecilia Dapaah's infamous late brother. There was an account in the infamous late brother's name where money was transferred to Cecilia Dapaah, insinuating that Cecilia Dapaah has caused some forgery or something and is stealing money from when he knew or he ought to have known. In fact, if Cecilia Dapaah didn't know, then there's a problem. I know him, he's an intelligent man. So he knew. So he was up to mischief. He was up to real mischief because he was under pressure. Based on the work we have been doing, the things Martin Amidu has been writing, the things that people are saying, he's under real pressure because it is true. You can't be a prosecutor like Denzel Washington. You are not Denzel Washington. Many years ago, I was learning how to play tennis at Accra Lawn Tennis Club. That time I was in law school in Makola. So when I closed on those days, I'll go to Accra Lawn Tennis Club. The reason why I like going there was that it held some of the very important people playing tennis over there. It included a man called Safo Sampong. Some lawyers know him. Safo Sampong was the director of public prosecutions at the Attorney General's office. Nana Akufo-Addo was Attorney General in those days. The Accra Lawn Tennis Club Association included the man who actually paid for me to be able to do it. Was a secretary to the president. He's called Ambassador D.K. Osei, one of the foremost diplomats that you can ever find. Ambassador D.K. Osei. He invited me, then paid for me. And he asked Samson Ahenakwa to teach me how to play. Samson Ahenakwa is an old Ghanaian tennis champion. So Samson Ahenakwa was teaching me how to play. And DK will say that, so by the time I go, some of them are finished playing, they are having their snacks and all that. And then Samson Ahenakwa will take me, and he will say that there's a court in front of us, but he say, let's go to the other court. So I asked him that, but let's train in this court. He said, hey, this is center court, you can't train there. I said, what does it mean? He said, no, don't worry, let's move to that, this is center court. So then DK will shout, Paul, Namundi, I don't know how I said, the man says it's center court. Then he said, DK said, I'm giving him permission to use the center court. So that's how I understood center court. Now, Safo Sampong was there. Safo Sampong knew me because I was going to court to cover the quality grain trial. So I'll try and tease something out of him. You know, at about 7 o'clock when we are all done and we are chatting, I'll say, my lord, that's how I used to call it. My lord, then he always tell me that, Paul, you journalists have to understand that. When I'm prosecuting somebody, it doesn't mean that he has committed a crime. And that's why when I go to the court, I don't like taking those interviews. I am just prosecuting. I am urging it on the court. I don't know whether the court will agree. But you people write it as if Kwame Peprae is guilty. Have I told you that he's guilty? Do I have the power to? And he was getting angry. And so I'll move away and DK will tell me, no, Safo Sampong is not, he doesn't do that. He was the prosecutor. He was the director of public prosecutions. So from that time, I understood that, so prosecutors don't talk. If you like, go back to Google, check 2001, all the reports on the quality grain case, not once did Safo Sampong suggest that any of the accused persons could be guilty, was guilty. Not once. He walks out of the courtroom, media go to him, and he says, what do you want? They say, how was court? They say, court was good. They say, do you think the accused person answered the questions well? Then he will start getting angry. I don't answer those questions of media. You were in the court, you saw it, you can make your report. I'm not interested. That was Safo Sampong, the learned director of public prosecution. You can check with Jain Bibi, who also became special prosecutor, who also became director of public prosecutions. So that's how prosecutors behave. But here is a prosecutor who is in a hurry to show the general public that somebody is a thief and that he is not a thief. Nobody is asking him any question. Then he comes and says, Cecilia Dapaah took money from, there's money paid from Cecilia Dapaah's brother's account to Cecilia Dapaah's account. Some very crass analysis. And that's why I said that he does these things with careless abandon. Cecilia Dapaah, he does the stardom thing with careless abandon. I don't know whether he thinks people haven't seen it. But let me show you the details and then tell me whether even a first-year law student who is prosecuting will analyze the matter like this. So these are the details, okay? We'll put it in graphics for you. Thank you very much, graphic designer. This is very well done. Now, there's a name of the account. This account that he's taking there, the account that Cecilia Dapaah is, as it were, stealing money from. The name of the account. Now, even if you don't like Cecilia Dapaah, you want Cecilia Dapaah dead. Fair enough. Some people want some people dead. It's fine. Even if you are like that and you are doing a public service role, you have to know that you have to bring the intelligence first before the prejudice. You can have all the prejudice you want, but don't lead with the prejudice. The name of the account is called the late Nana Akwesi Esan. That is the name of the account. It is in the document of the special prosecutor himself. When he was publishing to the media, he omitted the late. What kind of crass work is this? Special prosecutor. Now you are becoming like some, I don't even know what to say. Special prosecutor. You are fighting a media battle to save your image. How did you get here? How the special prosecutor got to the place where he now has to save his image, so he is deliberately obscuring facts to make his image good. How can Cecilia Dapaah do that in this Republic of Ghana? The name of the account is the late Nana Akwesi Esan. That's the name of the account. Now, when you see, who goes to account to name it the late? So it means that now, what do you do? So you see the name of the account. Who are the signatories to the account? It's here. And special prosecutor knew that when he came to publish to the people of Ghana that Cecilia Dapaah has stolen money from the dead. He knew this. The name of the signatories on the account are Cecilia Dapaah and Agnes Dapaah. They are the signatories to the account called the late Nana Akwesi Esan. Does that not immediately tell you what it's all about? So the money from the funeral donations, and you can check the date that the account was set up. A special prosecutor can check that. He did check that. He knew. But in his embarrassment and wanting to fight for his image, he decides to publish something. But doesn't he know that we'll respond, and other media will respond, other people will see it? Doesn't he know? You see, does he just wanted gratification of 2 weeks? Now he's had his 3 weeks gratification. Today he's going to have a disgraceful turnout because people watching at home are going to wonder, is what Paul is saying true? But if it's true, why did he do that? The name of the account is the late Nana Akwesi Esan. That's the name of the account. The account was set up after the man died. The account has 2 signatories. The account is set up in a bank in Ghana. What? Just go to the bank and ask them. Ask Cecilia Dapaah, what's it about? I'll tell you more. So the money from the funeral donations goes into the late Nana Akwesi Esan's account. And the signatories for the account is not the late Nana Akwesi Esan, because of course it cannot be. It's a Cecilia Dapaah and Agnes Dapaah. When you look at the 2 names, Cecilia Dapaah and Agnes Dapaah, doesn't suggest to you that they may be related. I mean, this is fundamental investigative things, very, very basic. It suggests to you that they may be related. So you do further checks. Now, he found money taken out of the late Nana Akwesi Esan's account, sent to Cecilia Dapaah's account. That's what he tells us. He doesn't go to tell us the rest of the story, of which he is very, very aware, but he doesn't say it. So when you look at the whole rigmarole, you will know that Cecilia Dapaah has an agenda to save his image. It may be too late to save his image, because you can't do that as a special prosecutor. You can't bring Martin Amidu out of his retirement to be criticizing you every week on facts. You can't do that. So the money from the account here is paid to Cecilia Dapaah's account. You will see from the investigation, and this is available to the special prosecutor, it was available to him, that the money that was paid to Cecilia Dapaah, same amount, was then paid to a school. Same amount was paid to a new mission school. Same thing. Same. Put the graphics on the screen. Let me take viewers through it, and then we can understand. So this is what it is. The name is Nana Akwesi Esan. That's the account. The signatories are Cecilia Dapaah and Agnes Dapaah. The money you see on the bottom left of the screen is the money that was collected at the funeral donation. The money went into a bank. Now, that bank then has instructions from the signatories, Cecilia Dapaah and Agnes Dapaah, to transfer the money to the account of Cecilia Dapaah, the same amount of money. If you look, and we have obtained all those documents. If you look at the transfer, the same amount is transferred to New Mission School. All of this is known to Cecilia Dapaah. Then he comes to tell the general public that, hey, I found Cecilia Dapaah. I don't know whether it is childish, it is petty. It's so irksome. I don't understand it. Anybody who is interested in Ghana will not understand the behavior of Cecilia Dapaah. And I'm telling you, viewers, I get calls from everywhere. Judges, soldiers, Everybody telling me that, this your guy, what's wrong with him? I said, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody prevents you from doing your work. You have all the way. So you live in China and America, and you take Ghanaian policemen to America. That's when you don't tell the taxpayer. When you are lying to the, in fact, he was lying. When you are lying to the taxpayer that money has gone from a certain Cecilia Dapaah's brother's account to Cecilia's account, and you don't add that it went to a school, and you don't add that the name of the account is the late Nana Kwesi, that's disingenuous. A special prosecutor is behaving this way. I mean, I don't get it. It's so disingenuous. What does he want to achieve? These are the facts. And then when he feels that he's under pressure, because he saw that he was under pressure, just today, he comes and says, I've charged Cecilia Dapaah for not declaring his assets. That is total hogwash. That story is just the hogwash. And I heard Martin Pebu, court has found you guilty of stealing. Martin Pebu, I have the story, I've just not used it. Court said that you are a thief. You have stolen somebody's intellectual property. Court has fined you. If I test, I'll deal with that story. Martin Pebu should stop talking, because the High Court in Ghana has said that Martin Pebu is a thief. He has stolen somebody's intellectual property. I didn't say, the High Court ruling said, I have the ruling here. We all have everybody has seen it. You stole somebody's book, and the High Court fined you for it. Then he sits on radio and he's talking. Today I met some guy and said that, Charlie, the thing you said about 247, it was great, eh? He owes Ghana 2.7 million. He's admitting it. Then he goes to stand that he's chasing someone. He owes Ghana money. I said, yes, Atufosin owes Ghana 2.7 million euro. He's admitting that I owe Ghana. He owes Ghana. He's sitting in parliament. Let me forget about Atufosin. Now, let's get back to this one. I don't know why people do that. You say Cecilia Dapaah, you've given her a form to fill and declare her assets. Cecilia Dapaah declared her assets as minister months ago to the Auditor General. Special prosecutor has power to subpoena that document to him and check, and also ask Cecilia Dapaah to declare to submit her assets. A form has been given to Cecilia Dapaah to submit her assets. A form has been given to her. Then you say, when I gave the form to her, I didn't hear from her, so I'm going to charge her. He's doing that because he was told that an expose is coming against the so-called dead account and all that. People went, because I told people that, look at what your Kisi Ajabi is doing. Look at it. So I'm sure they told him that, but Kisi, why didn't you know the thing was later? I don't know what conversation they've had. But that is why he comes out this evening and says, hey, Cecilia Dapaah didn't declare, so I'm going to take in, what is that? Tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, the assets declaration form that is with the Auditor General will be given to him. And if it's given to you, does that end the charging process? Okay, so this is the confusion. It's not a confusion, but this is what OSP was spinning to the general public to make him look good and make Cecilia Dapaah look bad, and hope that he can save his image and make those of us who are talking about his processes look like we don't know what we're talking about and that we are protecting somebody. We who are complaining about his processes. How can this is the late Nana Kwesi, officer of OSP. He has a lot of cases on his hands. Is he doing them? I'm not going to mention names today because the last time I mentioned names, he didn't like it, and it's okay. I respect what he likes and what he doesn't like. So I'm not going to mention names today. But there are cases in front of him about which money has been spent. Money has been spent, and he knows what I'm talking about when I say money. Money has been spent. As we go on, I will mention it. Money has been spent. Time has been spent. He hasn't done it. And he's coming out with stories that are designed to make the person he's prosecuting look bad. He is prosecuting you in the court, then he's also prosecuting you in the media. How does a prosecutor behave like that? Why should we give the powers of a prosecutor to an individual like this?